Imagine you're standing at the edge of a field, and in this field you're surrounded by endless possibilities. You have the opportunity to decide where to go, what direction to take, and what tools you'll use to navigate. This field represents your life, and the choices you make about how to navigate it, they'll shape your journey and your experience. Now think about the knowledge, the skills, the techniques, the strategies that you've learned. Imagine them as tools in your hands, ready to be applied. But simply having these tools, knowing the theories, the concepts, the ideas, that's not enough. It's like having a map, but never stepping out into the field to walk it. You might know what's out there, but until you're moving through the terrain, testing, adjusting, experiencing the world around you, the map doesn't do anything. To really master something, to internalize it, to make it a part of who you are, you must practice it, you must apply it, you must take it into the world and use it, not just think about it in abstract terms. You know how when you're learning to ride a bike, you don't just sit there and read about riding a bike. You get up and ride, you fall and adjust, and you keep going. The more you do it, the easier it gets. It's about doing. And that is how you develop mastery over anything. It's not just knowing the material, it's about living it, using it in real relationships, in real situations, and seeing what happens. When you apply something in real life, it shifts from being theoretical to becoming a part of your muscle memory. It becomes instinctual, effortless. And here is the secret. The more you practice in real-world scenarios, the faster you improve. You're thinking, but how do I start? Start small. There's no need to wait for permission. You don't need to wait for someone to tell you what to do. Create those moments for yourself. Maybe you're in a conversation and you think, I've learned this technique. I want to see how it works. So try it. And maybe you get an unexpected response. That's good. It means you're learning. You're seeing what works and adjusting as you go. That is how you refine your skill. Think about it. What if you were to ask someone, what vegetable best describes your personality? Or maybe I've been reading this book and I'd love to try something from it in this conversation. What do you think? Just like that. You've taken knowledge and brought it to life. By engaging with the world around you, you're actively learning, discovering and applying. When you're doing that, notice how fun it becomes, because learning, it isn't a passive experience. It's interactive, playful, exploratory. Imagine every day as an opportunity to get your flying hours in, like a pilot practicing their skills. The more hours you put in, the better you get. You're training your mind to see the opportunities everywhere, in every situation. Now here's an idea. What if every time you look at your life, you ask yourself, how can I make this twice as good? And by twice as good I mean, what would it be like to do this thing even better? What would it look like if I had twice the success, twice the skill, or twice the health in that area of my life? You already have the ability to imagine that, don't you? It's built into how you think. When you think about what twice as good looks like, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. It activates your mind to look for what's better, what's more efficient, what's more interesting. If you ask yourself that question often enough, what would it be like to be twice as good at this? Your brain will start looking for ways to make it happen. It sees possibilities where there were none. And guess what? The more you focus on those possibilities, the more you'll start acting on them. You'll be training your brain to reorganize opportunities, to make the choices that lead to better outcomes, without even thinking about it. And here's the fascinating part. The way we interpret the world around us, it's not the only way. The stories you tell yourself, the labels that you give to your experiences, they're just interpretations. They're not fixed truths. You could just as easily tell a story that opens up new opportunities, new ways of looking at things. The world is reconfigurable. Your mind has the power to see and to create different realities. So the real question is, what do you want to create? The answer lies in the choices you make. Every choice you make, it's a building block of your life. Want something different? Want something bigger? Make different choices. Open your mind to the endless possibilities that are around you. You don't have to settle for the status quo. Your life doesn't constrain your choices. Your choices constrain your life. If you want to break through, you've got to make big, bold choices. Change your approach, change your thinking. And your results, they'll change too. Ask yourself, what would it take for me to get twice as good at this? And let your mind start creating those answers. Remember, the more you engage with this material, the more you apply it, the more your brain starts to work in powerful new ways. You're training your mind every day to seek the possibilities, to try something new, to do something better. And in doing so, you become more skilled, more capable, and more effective in everything that you do. Your brain begins to see the world as a place where anything is possible, and then you become the one who creates those new possibilities.